I hope my sound is on. I washed my face, but I got some dry patches. I still got to go back and get myself together. I'll give you a download right now, but it's not what I was planning on channeling. Can you hear me? I hope so. Sometimes my phone be jumping in and out. I don't be knowing if it's playing or not. But anyway, hello YouTube friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this Good Friday morning. It is June the 26th, 2026, and it is currently 9 a.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. You know, I was just sitting thinking this morning, and I'm saying, you know, I never talk about post-spiritual warfare, PTSD. And you know, that's funny because when people go to the military, a lot of times veterans or veterans, or whichever one is the correct word, they sometimes come back home to their families and stuff with PTSD because they've been through so much trauma. The trauma of war, the trauma of losing people in battle, the trauma of training for battle, getting injured while battling, all because you're fighting for somebody else. And it's taking such a toll on yourself. You're separated from your family. You ain't eating, you know, how you used to eating. You got to kind of make a family with your fellow soldiers. And, you know, I can only imagine. And I've never been in the military. I'm just using my imagination. But I have been through spiritual warfare. And you suit up for battle. You not in your hometown. You're not with your family, your friends. You lose everybody in a sense. But you gotta fight for those same people and everybody else as well. So it's very difficult, and I can only imagine. I feel like the two are similar. But when people come from the military, sometimes they have PTSD, the trauma from being through all of that. And I never sit and talk about my spiritual warfare PTSD, because I have a lot of traumas from spiritual warfare PTSD. Losing family, losing friends. So when I make new family or new friends, I just said I was using my imagination when it came to the military. Fragile hive minds. So you're probably right. I can only use my imagination when it comes to the military. That's why I said that. But I don't have to use my imagination when it comes to spiritual warfare. So that's why I was trying to compare the two. I always try to use things that some people will understand better. You know, that's why I always reference things. That's why I reference like Disney movies as well as music, the Bible. You know, I try to use a variety of examples. But yeah, the spiritual warfare PTSD, while I was battling, I had to cut off family and friends, or they cut me off, however it went. You know, you lose a lot. You're taken away from home. You're somewhere, you're misplaced. But you got to be strong. You can't be all up in your feelings. You actually in survival mode. But the whole time you still thinking about your loved ones and the people that you fighting for while trying to stay strong. Physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And you really don't got no support. However, you got a drill sergeant and motherfucking screaming all the time and telling you what the fuck to do. And in spiritual warfare, you got God, ancestors, spirit guides telling you what to do, and you're just trying to figure it out, but you gotta listen, because these are the people who have been trained up before you, so they know what to do. And that's again, when you go to the military, using my imagination, you have a drill sergeant, you have commanders, chiefs, however that shit go. But they've been there, done that already. They're ahead of you now. It's levels to it in rank. So they're teaching you. They're drilling you. They ain't playing with you. They ain't really got no sympathy for you because, again, you got to take your heart up out this shit. You in survival mode. However, you going to be taken care of. You going to have a safe place to eat, sleep, and shit. And that's how it is in spiritual warfare. God will never leave or forsake you, but you better suit and boot the fuck up because you about to get your ass kicked until it's over. And when it's over and you can finally breathe again, you've been waiting so long to exhale, it's like, oh my God, nobody trying to attack me? Am I sure they're not trying to attack me? Like, is this the setup? Is it one more final test? Is it another battle? Like, oh my God, somebody love me now? Like, I'm able to be loved? Like, or is this person about to set me up again for love bombing, heartbreak, disappointment? Or is it real this time? Did I pass all the tests? Like, I did my hardest. You said I was the toughest soldier. Job well done. My meek and humble servant, but is it over? I know, like, it's never over, but this is the PTSD. It's like you can take your boots off and put your feet up for a minute. You don't gotta work so hard. Like, it's a reward for it afterwards. You know, I don't know the people who've been in the military. I don't really know your reward that you get afterwards outside of maybe benefits and things like that. And a lot of times people swear they don't even get that. But the end of spiritual warfare is like you're supposed to get your milk and honey. You know, again, God is thanking you for not being a sellout, for having the faith of a mustard seed, for proving your loyalty, proving your worth, to be in paradise, heaven on earth. It's like unlocking the things you always wanted. But in your mind, in my mind, it's like, I know I deserve this. And I'm grateful for whatever is about to come. But what's about to come? You know how they say more money, more problems. New levels, new devils. Even when you beat everything, you feel like you done pretty much been through everything you can possibly go through. Once you start getting the stuff, there's still that little PTSD. And that's what I have to work on with myself. Like, the traumatizing things. Okay, what if you get to move on with your life and now you do get to get a husband? When God bless you with this husband or this partner, I can't have PTSD if he getting ready to go out and do this and do that, which I think I'm pretty much past that, but I'm going to take my marriage so serious. I hope that God give me somebody that's just as serious as me. But that's the PTSD. Because why would God not do that for me? Especially if I done did all this shit like I'm supposed to. Not 100% perfect. I ain't 100% on every test. But I passed them bitches. I ain't getting no 60 or below. Some of them, I ain't gonna say it because I barely made it up out them bitches alive. So maybe I got about a D. Because you know, with a D, you still pass. But the PTSD, for example, I hate when people don't answer the phone. That's my problem. That's my PTSD. In relationships, it ain't even because I just think you cheating. It's because anything could happen in my head. Like, if I done called you more than the average amount of times and you didn't answer the phone, oh my God, did something happen? Okay, granted, you could be having a good time. The phone could have died. But you too grown for your phone to be dead. However, sometimes phones die. I was mad my phone had died yesterday when I was expressing how I have PTSD about people and their phone being dead. If you gone, you got my kids or whatever, and I call you and you don't answer, and I keep calling and you don't answer, or my kid's not answering, I started getting worried. Did anything happen? Did they have a car accident? What, like, why ain't nobody answering the phone? Like, what's going on? Did somebody get pulled over? Is everything okay? Did something happen to one of the kids? I get to thinking like that. Especially, it depends on who you are and what type of lifestyle you may be living. If I know I'm talking to this guy, but he kind of be in the streets a little bit, is everything okay? Did shit go smoothly? Again, that ain't just the street life. Shit happens to anybody. I'll never forget one time I was in high school and one of my classmates, we was laughing and playing, and it was the end of the day. We all hype. It's time to get ready to go home. And receiving from God is not about how many tests you've passed. No, it's not. But everybody's relationship with God is different. And he blesses people for different reasons and in different ways. So please don't come trying to criticize my relationship with God. I'm talking about my experience with spiritual warfare. So yours may not be the same, just as the next person's may not be the same. But I'm just telling my story. I'm not saying how it's going to work for you or anything like that. I'm saying my experience. I'm not saying God rewards me for passing battles, but God rewards his children for being loyal, for learning lessons. Just like he punishes us for ignoring lessons. Just like our parents. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of times parents reward their children. Like, you made me proud, so I'm going to give you a reward. So anyway, these tests, these battles and things, they make you extra aware, extra sensitive, extra cautious. And I wouldn't say it's paranoia, but it's more so like I've been through so much, I'm super sensitive. Just like anything. If you have an area of your skin that rubs together too much, it gets what? Chafed, sensitive, thin layers. And you can eventually rub off too many layers and your flesh is showing. Anything that you continue to go through over and over, it leaves an effect, a mark. If you get hit too many times, it leaves a bruise. Once you have to learn a lesson so many times, even once you pass the test, and once you had to fail the test so many times, it's like taking a road test. Okay, I failed it the first time, I failed it the second time, which I passed mine the first time. So, using an example. I failed it the first time, I failed it the second time, I really need my license. I don't know why I keep failing it. I know how to drive, but it's like soon as I get on the road with this instructor, I get nervous or something. I feel like they watching me. I get shaky. I can't pass the test, but I got to prep myself. I got to control my nerves, understand that this moment somebody is watching me, even though that makes me uncomfortable, and I have to ace this test because I need my license. So after you fail so many times, even though you know how to drive, it's the nervousness that you get because somebody's watching you. That's how it is with the PTSD. It's like, okay, I know I can do it. I know I done passed this shit. I know how to drive. Now I'm free. I done passed this test, but now who's watching me? Now I gotta worry about, I got my license. I gotta try not to get no tickets. I gotta try not to get my license suspended or revoked. You get what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I stressed out so much about getting the license. I finally passed the test, passed the road test. I got the license. Now I'm stressing out about not getting tickets. You get, it's like a never-ending worry, and that's the PTSD, and that's what I have to work on with myself, because I trust God so much. Like, I know he's going to protect me. I know he's never going to leave me or forsake me, because he taught me that during battle. But it's like, dang, he also said that his children would never have to worry. They'll never have to lack. You know, he shows his people love like no other. And that's where my PTSD come in. It's like, I'm deserving of this love that I'm about to receive. Granted, I've been receiving it all this time, but I deserve this. And I shouldn't have to worry. But I spent all my whole life worrying and trying to survive. Now I don't know how to relax. And that's what PTSD is. Not knowing how to relax. Just like I was saying, the lady off of the Tyler Perry movie, I think that may be Tyler Perry's A Family Reunion, where the girl, she was dating the bus driver, and he really liked her, and he was really, really nice to her, and you know, he just wanted to show her a good time and take her and her kids out, and you know, he wanted her to relax, and they had a good time the night before, him, her, and the kids, and she had fell asleep, and he woke up and he took the kids out the next morning for breakfast and ice cream and things like that, and she woke up and him and the kids was gone. And she started panicking, like, don't you ever do that. I called you, you didn't answer. I woke up, you was gone, my kids was gone. Like, I don't fucking know you like that. You don't take my kids nowhere without me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And in his head, he like, I just wanted to help you. Like, I seen you was tired. You had a long day. We went out right after work. You know, you had the kids. I seen you needed to relax. I wanted to feed them. You were sleeping so good. I didn't want to wake you up. How am I the bad guy? But the whole time, she got PTSD because of what her and her children have been through. What she been through as a child. What her and her sister went through. Because of a man that her mama was dating. So, you never know what kind of things trigger people. In your head, you're like, I ain't even do shit. Like, I'm trying to help you. And granted, I understand you trying to help me, but you don't understand that we need to communicate along the process until I'm extra comfortable, because I'm very sensitive. So that's what I be telling people. Like, I like to laugh and joke and everything, but I need to be comfortable with you first. Don't start trying to joke with me and you don't know me like that, because you don't know what triggers me. I had a very hard life. You can't joke with me like somebody who I know or who I care about or who I love or who I fuck with if you don't know me like that, because I might take it the wrong way. Just like if I don't know you like that, I could possibly say something that you may take the wrong way. So you never know what triggers people or what people have PTSD from. And I have spiritual warfare PTSD. Losing people. Fighting battles. Fighting for everybody and not having nobody. But having to stay strong. And now it's time for people to come and love me and give me support. Just like we have, again, Veterans Day, Veterans Day, where we give support to those people who fought in a battle for us, war for us. It's the same thing for spiritual warfare. The chosen one, the generational curse breaker. We got to fight all these fucking battles. And you don't get a hand clap except for your ancestors, because they was the ones who was the drill sergeants, teaching you, prepping you, preparing you along the way. So they're the ones that's proud of you, because they know how you had to go through so much to make it to this point. But the people who you was battling for, they don't really know what you had to go through, because they were being protected by you. never seeing the things you had to go through behind the scenes. So that'd be my PTSD. Like, okay, I'm trying to receive the love. I'm trying to receive the help. But I'm so used to not receiving it that I need to make sure that you ain't wish-washy. That this not another test. Because at the same time, I'm tired of being tested. Like, damn, after the war, you don't want to fight. Like, I just won the battle. And I survived it. And I made it back alive to tell my story. So the last thing I want to do is battle. That's why I tell people all the time, I ain't competing with nobody. Never have been. I don't battle. Because I battle differently. So, yeah. Spiritual warfare, PTSD, is surviving after surviving. It's just like people who probably go to prison and they've been in prison for years. And then you come back out into the real world and you got to learn new technology and how people really act. Like, it's different. Granted, you was in there with people, you had maybe like a tablet. Some people be having phones, however the program is ran wherever you may be from. Or be in jail at. I'm sorry, not be from, but be in jail at. But once you get out and back into the real world, maybe go back to school or get a job or you go back around your family, shit still gonna be different. I can only imagine. Especially if you had to do like some time. More than a year. Like I said, a decade or something. Shit changes. So you gotta adjust to life after a different type of life. You gotta adjust to freedom. You was just caged up for 10 years for real. To be able to go back out and walk around when you want to, make money, eat the food you want to, you be like, damn, I deserve this? But hell yeah, you didn't deserve to be caged up. But it's like, damn, I've been caged up for 10 years. It's kind of different being free. This how it's supposed to be, but it's weird. You got to get used to it. That's why some people go crazy. Shit, I ain't been able to have me a drink, smoke. I done got a little taste of some lick, some weed. And that's how some people start slipping back up. Because the freedom. It's like, damn, I haven't been able to do this. I'm able to do this now. And again, but it's about remaining balanced. Remembering like, okay, this is what caused me to go here. I never want to be there again. Or this is what I went through in spiritual warfare. These are the lessons I had to learn. I learned those lessons. I damn sure don't want to have to go through that shit again. Same thing with love. When I love, I want to love. Because I've been heartbroken. So I got love PTSD. Don't come in my life fucking with me if you ain't about to be fucking with me. And if I start liking you, loving you, and then I feel like you starting to get on some bullshit, my PTSD is please don't make my PTSD turn into DV, because I don't believe in domestic violence. That's what I'm saying. Like, just treat me right, because that's what I'm trying to do, is treat you right. If you're going to be trying to be in and out of my life, just please don't come. I got PTSD of people dying around me. Do you know that? Like, I'm hearing all my friends are dead. Like, everybody who ever loved me is for real, deceased. Mama, grandma, like, close loved ones. So don't come in my life playing with me and running in and out of my life. Because now you're triggering my PTSD of loss of loved ones, whether it's dead or alive. Which it was a part of my spiritual warfare as well, losing friends and family. So don't come in my life on no fake ass shit. And people be wondering how can I be quote unquote so cold. No, I just know how to quickly take my feelings up out of some shit. Quickly end some shit. Kill some shit. Because if you don't, it's like cancer. If you don't kill it when you first catch it on some bullshit, it spreads fast as fuck. And who wouldn't have cancer? Nobody. So as soon as I see some fake ass shit, some weird ass shit, I kill it immediately. I don't give a fuck what it is. Not trying to be funny if I done slipped up and got and I feel like a nigga don't fuck with me for real. Adios amigos. So wait, so how God? I just tell y'all the story about me praying that I had a miscarriage and I almost died myself too. I got PTSD from being a single mama. Sorry, y'all ain't got no tissue. I got PTSD from doing shit alone. But it was part of my spiritual warfare. So again, I know I'm strong enough to do it, able to do it, and all that. But sometimes you get tired of the battles. Not saying that you give up. And then I passed them all. That's what I'm saying. So now that I don't got to do all of that and I can breathe again, relax, the war is over, get ready to receive some benefits as a retired warrior. You know, you deserve it now. Even though many people think that you don't. Many people think I don't deserve nothing. But I know what I deserve. And that's the part of the PTSD. People telling you, you ain't good enough. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve that. But I know I do. So when people come in trying to maybe give me a little something, is you one of them people that's trying to, trick me? Or you really think I deserve it too for real, so you genuine? You see? So yeah. I just wanted to talk about that. It's my spiritual warfare, PTSD. I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I'm just talking about it now because I'm realizing it. I had a lot of free time to think yesterday while the kids was gone or whatever, so that was cool. I had time to be like, nothing really bothers me like somebody not answering the phone. And that caused me to wonder, like, why am I that way? Why do I get so pissed when I call people and they don't answer the phone? Only the people I love. I don't even use my phone for real. The most I use my phone is to make these live videos. But when I call you and you don't answer the phone and then I get to worrying about some shit, you have now pissed me the fuck off, bitch. Whoever you are. Kids, my best friend, my man. Why in the fuck you not answering the phone? And I got PTSD about people not answering the phone. You should care enough about me to know that, you know what? I need to keep this phone charged for Isleah. And maybe that's where I'm selfish at. Because you got a life of your own. But I care about people so much. That's the one thing I want you to care about. That much about me. If you my kid or something, answer the phone. Whoever you are, if I love you that much to even be calling you because I don't give a fuck to call nobody, please answer the phone. Especially because of the person that I am. You never know why I'm calling you. I just want to make sure everything's okay. And if you're not answering the phone, I'm going to start thinking that something is not okay. Now I'm about to get mad. So that's, again, things that I've been noticing about myself and things that I can work on and the traumas from my past experiences. You see how I'm my own therapist? I be having to sit and talk to myself. That's why I say I like to go to the water and pray and meditate and stuff and talk to God, because I sit and dwell on myself and the things that's wrong about myself, my flaws, things that I can work on spiritually, within, mentally, even my finances and everything. I sit and I analyze myself. That's why I don't understand how people got so much time to talk about me and stuff, because I be too busy doing it. Talking about me, talking to me, analyzing me, working on how I can fix myself, make myself a better person inside so that it reflects outside. I be having to sometimes sit and cry, let it out and everything. I don't have friends like that either. I'm my own best friend as well. The closest thing I have to a best friend, or person, I'm sorry, is Lo. And even I get mad at her when she don't answer the phone. And it's not like in a possessive way. It's like, again, you know me, so you know if I'm calling you. And I was telling her that, like, shit, even when Low phone did, that pissed me off. Like, why you not answering the phone? Is something wrong? Did something happen? Because you always answer my phone calls. And it's not in the possessive way, or especially like if you got the kids, or you know, or anything. Like, dang, why she ain't answer the phone? I hope everything's straight. Then some time go by. Usually she'd have been to call me back by now. But when we wasn't talking for that long period of time, 2-3 years or whatever, I wasn't like that. But I'm pretty sure she probably missed them phone calls. Actually, we discussed that. I had missed Lo when I wasn't talking to her too. But so we're back on speaking terms. Now it goes back to like, okay, everything cool? You straight? Okay, cool. I know you straight. All right, cool. I'm straight. I just want to make sure you were straight. Not nothing wrong or nothing like that. But then when you not communicating, or I don't get a hold of you, then I'm going to start thinking wrong. Is everything? Something must be wrong. It's just who I am. I'm like that with my kids. If I was ever in a relationship or ever loved a man, I'm like that with you too. Why the fuck you not answering the phone? Why I got to pull up and pop up on you and see what the fuck going on? Like, do you know I was worried about you, stupid bitch? And you sitting, yo dumb ass, over here doing any and every fucking thing. You on bullshit, or maybe not. And you could communicate that to me, because what? Let me know everything's straight and I can move accordingly. Not answering the phone, I fucking worry. So, anywho, but those are my PTSDs. So I just wanted to talk about that. You know, I even got PTSD about my kids' teeth. And it's because when I was a kid, my brother had chipped my front 2 teeth, even just playing and stuff. I have PTSD, not even for myself, about my teeth like that. Granted, I always talk about getting my braces put back on. But when my kids be playing, running around and running through and got socks on, sliding all across the floor, and mouth be about to hit the... I got PTSD so fucking bad from that shit. Like, I do not want my kids to ever fuck their teeth up or hit their mouth like that. It's PTSD for my kids because what I experienced as a kid. So, yeah. So, my kids probably be like, why is this bitch? She always yell. Well, not saying they call me a bitch. That's just how I talk. Sometimes they probably be calling me a bitch because they be tired of me yelling sometimes. I don't give a fuck. That's what the fuck I do. I'm the mama, you listen to me. If you ain't listening to me, guess what? I need to yell a little bit louder so your ass can hear me. You know? Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Anyway. They probably be like, why she's... Calm down. This, that, and the other. No, I don't want y'all fucking up y'all teeth like that. For one, it's gonna hurt. 2, dental work is expensive. So, yeah. Just certain little PTSDs that I notice about myself that ain't like, oh, she's mental. But it's like, I care about you. And because these certain things hurt me in the past, or they were traumatizing to me in the past, I don't want that to happen to you. So, can you listen to me? Can you answer the phone? Can you not do that? I'm not trying to be overbearing or overprotective, but I really do care. So just don't do that. But yeah. But I understand you got a life of your own and you got to live it. You got free will. I do want you to use it and do what you want to do, and I do want you to be happy and all of that type of stuff. But I just want you to answer the phone. So that I know that you happy and that you safe and that you okay. I just want the confirmation that that is exactly what's going on for you. And that's even if I see you every day. Even more so if I don't see you every day. But at the same time, in some cases, you got to look at it like the phone works both ways. I don't got to always reach out to you. I don't got to always text you. I ain't forcing you to check on me. But who I am and who my spirit is, sometimes my spirit tell me to check on people. So answer the phone. I'm doing my job by loving you. Yeah. Post-traumatic stress disorder of spiritual fucking warfare. Spending so much time making sure everybody else okay that you don't know how to accept the fact that sometimes you need to let people make sure that you're okay. And when you got PTSD, it's hard to trust. So if anything, if people want to give me any type of mental disorder, it should be PTSD. Not bipolar, not schizophrenic, not no type of learning disability or none of that bullshit. It should be PTSD because of all the shit that I've been through. And I'm alive to tell my story. So PTSD, it is. Now get a fucking check for that. PTSD, PNS, pain and suffering. ISA, I'm still alive. Shit. You know, I need to come from the IRS. I need some damn EBT, SSI, SSD. I don't give a fuck. Shit. Denzel Washington said, I'm from that way. I'm leaving here with something. I don't give a fuck. Shit, I don't give a fuck if it was $2, $3, $3 million. I need it. All of it. I done survived all this shit for 35 years. I'm leaving this bitch with something. And I'm having a good time before I die around this hoe. So it's time for the festivities to start. Shit. I'm 35. I need the good most 35, 45, 50 years of good ass living to make up for this shit. Hey. I need my birthrights, emancipation papers, and every fucking thing. Shit. But yeah, I'm getting off here. I'm here eyes free now. Eyes free now. Master, I'm leaving the plantation, leaving the matrix, and welcome to the good life. But I had to talk about the PTSD first. I can't act like it ain't a part of my life. and that it don't exist. I'm ready for real love. I was traumatized and scared of love for a minute. I'm ready for happy days, good finances, traveling, and all that. It's time for all of that. It's time to reap the rewards for making it through. And people would be like, well, we all get up every day and make it through. Y'all ain't been through what I've been through. You've been through what you've been through. I'm fighting battles, court battles and everything, and I can't even be present. You ever been in a court battle and you can't be present? Most of the time when you're in a court battle, you got to be present to defend yourself. But you ever been in a court battle and you ain't even have the freedom to be there to defend yourself or anything like that? So God got to come tap you on the shoulder and let you know you got to go defend yourself in a battle that you ain't even in, but you in. That's what I'm saying. You don't even know to have. I'm in spiritual warfare battles, court battles, child custody battles. First of all, how I'm fighting over child custody and I'm the only one taking care of the child? I done stopped battling for the child support and you battling me for the child, but you won't even support the child with support or child support? All type of battles I was fighting. All types. Real life battles too. I was fighting court battles about other shit. People, unless you've been watching my journey and my life story for the last 5 years, then you just don't know. Hold on, y'all. My live's still going. I don't know if you... Huh? Oh, no, it ain't that. Sometimes people be like, oh, God, you all live? Like, hell yeah, y'all know that. Oh, thanks. I will. Have a good day. Okay. What I was about to say. Oh, I see somebody was left a comment about something, but I haven't really been reading the comments. I've just been yapping. But all types of battles is what I'm saying. If you've been watching my story since like 2020, then you will know I've been fighting all kind of battles. Battles for houses, battles about all types of shit. That's what I'm saying. It was all part of my spiritual warfare. It's different battles you got to come through. In their life battles. Everyday life battles. Sometimes you got to fight for your job. Fight for this. Fight for that. You never know what it is. And everybody's on different timelines. So you never know what battle you're going to come across when it's that time for you. Or in what way? Because you might go through a battle that I had to go through, but you might have finances where at a time I might not have had finances. You get what I'm saying? So everybody's experience through their battles are different as well. You may have had a husband where the next person may not have had a husband, or vice versa. You may have had a wife. Your man may go through a battle similar to yours, but he don't have the support of a wife or parents or children. Or, it's harder to go through battles when you do have children opposed to somebody else who go through the same thing you go through, but they don't got no kids. So everybody's battle is going to be handled differently. Some people battles, you go through the same shit, but it's easier for you to get through it because you don't have the baggage that somebody else has. Or the lack of support that somebody else may not have. So, my experience, I made it through. The hard times, the easy times, the good days, the bad days, with all the kids, with money, with no money, with a car, without a car, with a house, without a house, with help, with no help. I've experienced it all. And I'm not saying there's still things that I can't experience, but I've experienced a lot in my 35 years, and that's not that old. I've experienced deaths again, making it, losing my mom at 14, and that was my best friend. That was traumatizing for me. Very hard, very difficult. It took me years to be able to talk about losing my mama. So I'm even proud of myself now that I can talk about losing my mother. And I've become spiritual now, so I can channel my mother. So even that, I am so grateful for. I used to be crying, missing my mama so much. Now I could just get to a quiet place and be like, Mom, yeah, yada, 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 and talk like she was still here. Like I'm picking up the phone and calling her, even though she's deceased. And it's because of my spiritual growth that I've experienced through spiritual warfare. So my mom and my grandmother, who I miss very so much, just peace of mind, peace and quiet. And I can go and vent to them. And it gives me great relief, just like venting to my digital diary, which started off with me telling my story and all the warfare back on my Facebook page. You see my videos, I was crying as I was going through all of this shit. People breaking through my houses, court cases, losing my houses, going through this, going through that, losing family, losing friends, relationship problems, baby daddy problems, the kids going through this. I jotted it all down. And I was crying, trying to figure it out. Why is this happening? And now it's getting easier and easier. My journey is getting better. Not only am I telling my story, I'm healing myself, calling in justice, but not just crying about it, doing something about it, all while still jotting it down in my digital diary. So many people may not understand, but many people do. And I'm proud. But that don't mean that all the stuff that I've been through hasn't taken a toll on me. I can just still get up with my head up because I beat it. And now the PTSD isn't so much like, I'm scared to be around people or nothing. It's not that kind of PTSD. I'm not scared of loud noises and traumatized of that. I just want to make sure you okay. I lost so many niggas to the streets. I lost so many loved ones. I don't want to think about losing you. So answer the fucking phone. Let me know you good. If I love you. My PTSD is fake love. Or not knowing that the people that I love are okay. That's my only issue. So yeah. I'm out of here though. Headed back to my boys. Glad they got out, had a good time yesterday and stuff too. I need to blow those. Oh dang, I should have just asked for, I do got some napkins in here. I could have swore I just looked in it. That must have been stuck up at the top. Sorry guys, but I have to clean my nose. And then on this side of my nose, I got a gray hair. And I be trying to pluck it. I swear that bitch is rooted up in my motherfucking nose. And you know, no hairs hurt when you pluck them. But that gray one, it do not come out. And sometimes it be looking like I got a booger sometimes. But it's the gray hair. But I did just have one though. It's because I was crying, so my nose was snotting. But, yeah. Sorry guys. Family. Ooh, they say 1017. But yeah, it feels good to get that off, because I know sometimes people just be thinking I be tripping or doing the most or being, as Lo say, I be going over the moon and back. I told her no, I be going to Pluto and staying there. But yeah, it's the love. What Future say, speaking of Pluto, it's the love from my grandma, and that's why I care for you, or whatever the fuck he say. I act this way when people be thinking I be spaz. It really be because I just love people and listening to me, and I'm trying to tell you something for a good reason, or something like that. Or you done made me worried, or you made me angry. So yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'll talk to you guys later. Get back. I just want to have a peaceful day. I got a lot on my mind. I even got something else on my mind that I haven't even talked about, but I'm just not ready to talk about it with my digital diary yet, because I got to deal with it myself first. But again, one way that I get over things is by expressing it aloud to my digital diary. So I will be back to talk about it later. I just got to process it myself first. Again, sometimes you just get tired of shit, and I need to go and deal with it, cry about it, and release. So yeah, I love y'all. I will talk to you guys later. I'm wishing y'all nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. Have a good day. I love y'all.